So I had a question about Nupur Sharma.
Yeah, go on.
You once said that Nupur Sharma should not have said that what she said, right? You
Yes,
remember?
I agree.
Okay. But BJP kicked her out of the party. So do you support that?
I think I support that. Maybe they should have done it earlier, but yeah, I do support that.
But even Ambedkar used to burn the Manusmriti. So how's that any different? I'm not comparing the
That's
two
a
people. Ambedkar is like a great person, but
yes.
law cannot be like this. Like law and standards cannot take into
Did
account if somebody is
Ambedkar
great.
do that as an individual or as a politician?
Uh, in that time, doing it in front of a crowd, I consider it as like a political move.
Was
But
no, but yeah, no, a political move. I could do a political move. I'm not a politician. I could do a political move. Did
yes,
he do that as an official politician? You know what I mean? Like, was he official? Like, what was his role in India's politics at that time? Was
he
he
was like a
representing it?
very
What?
he
Wait,
was
what?
not representing the people. I don't think he had won any elections at that point of time, but he was still a
Yeah.
very like a tall leader of the untouchables and the lower castes,
Yeah,
the
no.
so-called lower
Well,
castes.
then he was a good leader for doing that. Like that's you doing something as an individual. You're not a politician. You're not an official member of India's government.
Nupur
Where
Sharma is not also a part of the government.
she was a spokesperson of the BJP.
Yes, she is a spokesperson of the party, but she has no post in the government.
Wait, isn't that a post?
In the party, sure, but not in the government.
Okay, party. Isn't the BJP party part of the government? Like that's an official government position to be a
No,
spokesperson of a party.
I don't think so.
Okay,
How is that true?
If
If
they
there is a
does
member,
suspended
she?
her, then she
Hmm?
had a position in the party. If they suspended her from the party, then she had a
yes, she
position.
had that's what I'm saying.
Does she
She had
get
a
paid?
position.
Does she get paid? Here's a question: does she get paid by taxpayer money?
No, taking out corruption. If there is corruption, she might be, but I don't think there is corruption, and she is paid by taxpayers' money officially.
Is BJP something separate from the? So is BJP like a private institution? Like the BJP party is a private institution separate from? Yeah, let me see.
BJP is like a different organization which contests elections and wins it.
Let me see. Oxymoron in the live chat saying, I agree with Armin. She should have been expelled because that's not her job. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if that's officially a government position that she had. If it's not, okay, then the question is because now her firing will be a choice of the BJP party.
Yes,
When she was on that TV station, was she speaking on her behalf of herself, or was she speaking as a spokesperson for the BJP? You know what I mean?
she was
So that's the question.
speaking as a spokesperson of the BJP, not the government.
Okay, so as a spokesperson for the BJP, then if the BJP did not like what she had to say as a spokesperson, then they were in the right to fire her.
I, I'm not denying their right. Like they have the right to fire, of course, but is that move right?
Is that like it? Okay, so as a
Like
spokesperson of the BJP, if you're
yes,
representing the BJP, you should only say the things that represents the BJP, not your own individual views. Like
yes,
if she was like, I'm not representing the BJP right now, these are my views, then she shouldn't have been fired. Okay. But if she
okay,
was giving the impression that these are I am speaking of the behalf of the BJP, and the people that are in charge of BJP are like, well, this does not represent the things that we want to be said on our behalf, then not only they have the right to fire her, they did a good job firing her.
Sorry,
Right?
can I
I
make one
think
point? Sorry. Um,
yeah, go on.
More importantly, 2 days later, she did an interview where she stated that she was being supported by the higher ups of the BJP, and they had said, "Beta, don't worry," which means, daughter, don't worry. We are fully supporting you. So even 2 days
yes.
after the event, she didn't apologize. She endorsed the fact that the higher ups in the party were fully supporting the way she behaved. So how does that work in this paradigm?
Okay, so at that moment she was getting death threats, and when she says that BJP was supporting her, I don't think it could be anything. But I interpret it in this way that they support her against all these death threats, and you feel safe. Like, what was the Hindi line? Beta khush raho, beta kya? Like, what beta?
Yeah, well,
What was the Hindi?
don't worry, daughter. It's fine.
Uh,
We've got you.
beta.
Yeah,
Okay, so,
we've got it
so
covered
it could
essentially.
also be like, beta, don't worry. All these death threats, all this will go away. We have the police who will protect you.
But then she didn't apologize that she had done anything wrong because they still had filed FIRs against her.
She
So she
did like issue a clarification, but she didn't apologize. I agree.
yeah, she didn't apologize.
But
2 days,
like, it
the
was not
next
a
day
clear apology, but like, it was a like, how do I say it? Like, oh,
she has
I was under influences and that was bad, but like, not directly apologizing. But like, I don't think
Friendly
apology.
Muslim, what do you think she should have apologized for? Like, what is it? Yeah.
So when it first happened, I tweeted out. I said, "Listen, if she," because I wasn't familiar with the laws. I said her conduct wasn't great for a politician having that discussion or someone representing the party. But if she has broken a law, then please, all Muslims, allow the penal code to be adhered to. Do not start start making any threats
But
or anything like that. So that was my
but
first part of it. Yeah.
but the way it's coming across to the world, like the world is not like the opposition to her is not saying like, well, technically what she's saying is right, but she shouldn't have said it as a politician or within their capacity as a spokesperson of the BJP. That's not what people are saying. People are like, you're insulting the prophet. You shouldn't be allowed to insult the prophet. And we're like, that's not what she did wrong. First of all, insulting the prophet should be allowed, but not as a politician. Second of all, she didn't say anything that was like that is Islam doesn't say itself. Do you agree with that? Like everything she said about the prophet, Islam says that about the prophet.
So why have they charged her? What crime have they charged her with?
I mean, they didn't charge her with a crime. They just fired her. Did they charge her?
No.
No,
India
she's
police, like, there have been FIRs against her.
Oh,
because she's
FIRs again. Well, I have again. No, I think there's a difference between filing FIRs against you and officially being charged with a crime, because everybody, based on our experience with India, everybody could write an FIR for anybody. I have multiple FIRs filed against me. We didn't do anything wrong.
well done. So okay, just for my own clarification, when they file an FIR, they can't just say, okay, well, your feelings are hurt. There must be a penal code that they go,
No.
okay, well,
no. They can. That's
Really?
what they literally. That the FIR that they wrote against us, they literally said in it that our feelings. We are filing this FIR because our feelings are hurt.
Like, there was they might have fired it under 295A, like using an act in the IPC.
No, I mean, your FIR doesn't have to be very good. Like I show you that, like your FIRs are just a claim. Like, so,
I know.
your FIR is just like something you write and you file it, and maybe the first day in court somebody looks at it and laughs at it and throws it in the garbage bin. Your FIRs could be like a child could write it. Like it doesn't have to be any good. It could be like the most baseless thing in the world. Like how seriously it's going to be taken depends on the judge.
yeah,
Exactly.
okay. Well, if she's actually not, actually committed a crime, then it was in bad taste what she did essentially, considering her position. Oh, someone said Section 295A. That's what the charge.
That's
Yeah,
what they refer to.
I said that too.
So yeah, that's the blasphemy law one, right?
Yes, like, not exactly the blasphemy law, but yes, blasphemy law.
I know, but I know it's not officially recognized as a blasphemy law, but it's technically a blasphemy law.
Yes,
But okay,
technically
so
a blasphemy law.
but the thing is that if this FIR is taken seriously, then Islam will become illegal in India, because
That's the point.
everything she said about Muhammad, Sahih Bukhari says the same thing about Muhammad. This is the exact same thing. So if she committed blasphemy against Islam, Islam commits blasphemy against Islam.
Yes, like, that's the point. Like, excellent people like Anand Ranganathan, Kushal Mehra, Sham Sharma, all these people raise that this law has to go. This is a baseless law, like hurting his religious feelings. That's a bullshit claim. Like, in 1.4 billion people, if I say that I don't wake up early in the morning and everybody should do that too, I definitely think there will be someone whose feelings are hurt over this, and like he could file an FIR over me.
What do
Like
you
this
think
is
about friendly Muslim? What do you think about the fact that everything she said is also within Islamic hadith? Like Islam confirms what she's saying is true.
So the law that they've got. So let me just. I want to separate the criminal act from the moral act of what she said. So 295A, which I was posted in the private chat, is deliberate and malicious acts intended to outrage religious feelings of any class by insulting its religion or religious beliefs. So
Okay, but yeah, these are vague. Like who does determine what does insult mean? Because again, Islam, it's Hinduism, Islam, Judaism, Christianity. They have certain parts of it that insults everybody else.
yes, exactly.
Deliberate. Like if you read the Quran, there are certain parts of it that is intended to outrage religious feelings of others. I mean, if you read the Hindu, for example, stories, I mean, it says Kali Yuga is going to be horrible, and the predominant belief during Kali Yuga is going to be atheistic views. So I feel, and I feel
Insulting.
insulted. I feel
Yes.
very insulted. Who can I file? Where can I file an FIR? Like as an atheist, I feel attacked.
I, like the problem with this is like these things are so vague. Like there's a joke in India that if I am out of jail right now, it is just because the state wants me out of the jail. That's the only thing.
Like everybody is a potential prisoner right now in
Like
India. Every
everybody.
single.
Like you wouldn't believe it, but like if I had my face on the stream and my real name on the stream, like and like a billion people watching it, I would probably be in jail. Police would have been knocking upon my door.
If you'd like to send me your questions for me to answer during our Q&As, become a patron. If you would like to have a discussion with me live on air at the end of the Q&As, become a YouTube member. Link to both is in the description. Thank you for your support.